What is up, everybody? It's me, Duke Farley, back at it again here on Lost at Sea. And tonight we are talking about week 7 in the Big Brother house. Uncle Shane, Pat, how are you guys doing? How was your weekend of Labor Day?
Good. Burgers, hot dogs, all good. Some
Same thing.
cocktails.
Yeah, just a few beers, burgers, and hot dogs. Made pulled pork. That was great. That was a big hit. So good stuff.
How about you, Duke?
Labor Day was good. I went and saw my mother and went out to the
How's she
diner.
doing?
She's doing good. She's worried about you,
Good.
Pat.
Everybody is.
Hey, listen,
About him. The guy's he's like employed, he's like living the life. He's got the sun somehow is on him while he's inside. I don't know how that's happening.
Also, this week's supposed to get up to 100 degrees. I've just been cooking on asphalt for the last 2 weeks outside being a gym teacher. So get a tan.
listen. Last week, Pat, you and I were talking, and I was like, I don't think that Tucker's alliance is going to turn on. And they kind of didn't, but he did get voted out, and we lost probably one of the most entertaining players of this recent Big Brother this game. I mean, in the last few years. So, how are we feeling now that we're leaving Tucker?
That was tough. I mean, it's just with Tucker, he was so entertaining, but he had such flawed strategic play. He was never going to last, but dang, it sucks. I was just hoping that somehow he would make it out of that. But my God, I mean, just you gotta blame him. You gotta stop putting yourself up. You gotta stop this is a game where you have to be selfish. You have to be. I'm doing this for everybody. Don't stop doing it. That's not helping anyone. And it sucks. And I'm fully annoyed with Angela. I can't take it anymore. Like, she, again, still fun to watch, but my God, that was brutal. Oh,
Which part when she was out by the pool and he gave her a heads up like that
whole situation infuriated me. I mean, just like he's like legitimately being genuine, and she can't just take information. She has to take information and then completely blow everything up. He saved her. She was going home after all he's done for her, and for her to just completely blow it up for no reason, and then fault on him for not fighting back more because he was like, "Well, I'm still going to trust you." That was the wrong move. And then just the whole, like, I want to fight to be here. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. You're not fighting. They are dragging you along because you're weak.
She really does that same speech every week, though, doesn't she?
Every week.
They find a place.
It doesn't get old.
Well, does it? I think it might be getting old. I'm a little tired of it too. It's like,
but it keeps working,
guys. It's my dream, and it's like, and they never have a reaction. Like, they don't care, and I hate
Uncle
her.
Shane. Uncle Shane, do you think that even though Angela probably did the wrong thing in kind of ratting out Tucker, do you think that she was right in assuming that he would not take her to the final 2 over Rubina, somebody that he has relations with?
Relation.
I think I know it's like, okay, I would say Gramps, but even our Gramps,
dude, what are you, HR? Like, Jesus.
HR.
The relations.
First of all, the final 2 should not even be a conversation that she's worried about now. This is a woman who was easily going to be thrown out right at the top of the game. But she had Death Wish Kenny, pushing his way to the door. So that kept her around. She should not be worried about the final 2. Every week, it's a victory when she lasts, like every week that she sticks around is a huge win for Angela. So she shouldn't worry about like whether she's the the final 2 or the final 3 or 4, like that's a gift, man. And Tucker being out because of maybe her. Actually, I don't know. I can't. I don't know whether or not Tucker's out because of her, but like that's going to really affect her game in a negative way, because that was one person that was looking to help her. And even like Rubina, like trying to stay loyal to Tucker, she doesn't give a shit about Angela. Like nobody does. So Angela's got to like, it's like even when they hug her, I know that they hug her and they hope that she slips in the shower. Like they do not like her.
Yeah, yeah. I don't, Duke, what do you think? Do you think that was the right move on Angela?
Pat, a couple weeks back when the Tanks Alliance formed, I said, I think Angela has found her people. I think she's going to stick it out with these guys. And the moment that she had the chance to turn her back on them, she did. And, I think it's going to bite her in the ass. I don't know why she did this. It's perplexing.
100% agree. I think that was the dumbest move she could have done. And it was, maybe it might not be completely Angela's fault. It was T-Core's fault. Now, granted, T-Core, my thought last week was the best case scenario is that he does stay up. Watching the few episodes, I don't think she genuinely did not want him to go, because you could see it with Chemo's vote. And like, I didn't realize how tight that 4 was. That's a solid 4. And then, obviously Angela inserted herself into the Tanks Alliance, but it's T-Core's fault, 100%. Because genuinely, if she wanted to keep Tucker, you wouldn't have put her up. You would have put Leah up, because I know Tucker's been a comp beast, but he doesn't. You had somebody, Mackenzie, Leah, and Cam. Just put them up. You're not working with them. Put them up. That was I get the thing with Chelsea. And also, Chelsea came out this week. I mean, I think she's the new front runner. She completely masterminded this whole thing. Really great gameplay. Worked out great for her. But T-Core, if you want to keep Tucker and you want to keep this game there, why even put him in jeopardy? Even if he volunteers, he is your, shield. He is your, causing chaos. He completely takes away from you. It's smart to keep him around, but don't even put him in jeopardy. That was so, especially when you have Leah. You're not going to put Leah because Quinn wants her around to weirdly flirt with her and her not to respond. You're going to listen to Quinn? Quinn hasn't won anything. What are you doing?
Wearing a skirt. He's wearing a skirt, man. Are we gonna like? And the other thing is like, where we jump off of T-Core. Why is Tucker calling her T-Core? Like everybody's calling her T-Core, and then he referred to her as T-Core. Is that like? Did he not know her name? Is that the issue?
That's just his thing. He just does that.
He just like mixes up the letters a little bit, like where the accent is. It's fascinating.
But I if you wanted to keep Tucker, you shouldn't have put him in harm's way. That's on T-Core. I mean, granted, she did inadvertently get the biggest player out on her HOH, but she didn't mean to do that. Chelsea and Quinn, that's their resume booster now. I mean, essentially Chelsea. Quinn really didn't do anything, but that's Chelsea's game move now, because she kind of put the wheels in motion for that. So I just don't get it. If you wanted him safe, you shouldn't have put him up. Leah is somebody you don't talk to. That's an easy person to put up. Why are we even considering it? I don't get it.
Do you think Quinn is going to wear Leah down and actually like have relations?
No relations.
I mean, we got a little bit of a glimpse into where Leah is thinking about Quinn, and that was a little awkward, huh?
That was so uncomfortable to watch. That whole him being like, "What's up?" She's like, "I didn't say anything," and he's like, "Oh, I'm crazy." I'm like, "Bro, oh my god, stop!" That's brutal.
And then she says, like, to Cam, "I'm really not interested in him physically." Like that. Like that's horrible.
Yeah, it's like, at least don't like my personality. Don't Like, I'd rather you say I don't think our personalities mix than I'm not physically attracted to anything about Quinn. God, brutal.
Guys, I wanted to talk about, Tucker has two shots to get himself, out of harm's way. The first one being the veto, and this was a really fun veto because of all the punishments afterwards, I thought.
Yeah.
So I wanted to first bring up Angela's punishment. What did you guys think of, Angela having to go back and forth in the backyard and then every now and then getting, sprayed by slime?
Well, it's like when she was finished with it, she talked about it like that she fought in Vietnam, dude. It was like it tried to bring her down, but she wasn't gonna let it happen. She was gonna persevere, and God darn it, she did it. And that's why she wants to be here. It's like, bitch, you walked across a yard and you picked up a ball with a fucking stick. That's what you did. And you got some slime on you. Settle the fuck down.
Yeah, at first, like, it was hard to watch at parts because I was like, oh God, this is maybe like it like I do think hard challenge, no doubt. But I think anyone else, it would have been fine. It would have been easily fine. Angela is older, not in great shape mentally, a fucking nutcase. So that's more of a thing of will than it is physical. Like, you are walking a lot, but part of me did feel bad, but then to see her do Uncle Shane exactly what you were saying. Oh my God, like just playing it up. And it's hard for me to feel bad for her because she cries every episode. It's like, I don't have any more empathy for you. I've had none. It's like, if you were a normal person, I would feel bad for you in this situation, but you're a psychopath. Like, I do not feel bad for you. I'm sorry. And it's like, anyone else who has to do that is like, yeah, this is annoying. It sucked. Blah, 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 blah. I did think it was really nice that everyone kind of like watched her or was with her the entire night. And then Mackenzie walking back. That was really sweet. I thought that was really nice, especially how Angela's been treating everyone and just how she's come off. People don't like her. So the fact that they did that was very nice. But oh my
They weren't all out there, though. They were not all out there. And if it were me, I would have set up a little table and just ate charcuterie and watched just to piss her off.
And you know what? Oh wait, we'll get to that. I have another point to bring up about it later. But
how about Joseph's punishment of having to be in 24-hour, sequestered for 24 hours with Matt just kind of talking the entire time?
First of all, it was so well done. Like when it first started, I thought this is going to be hokey, but the stuff that he was saying non-stop was so good. It was great.
It was awesome. I love the there's no A in any number other like up until 1,000. And then when they said 8, that one tricked me because I thought it was ATE, but it's E. I was like, that's so funny. That's such a stupid joke. That's so funny. I love that. And so it was. I also love that. I love this persona that Joseph has, that he's the villain of the season, even though that's not being portrayed at all. And it's so funny because he thinks he's so like ahead of stuff and be like, whatever. Does it 24 hours away from these idiots? Huh. Can't wait. And then it's like, shut up. No, you don't get any airtime. You're not the villain. You've done literally nothing. You've done nothing. So
and he comes down afterwards and he has his shirt off, and it's like, dude, put your shirt on. Like, you're not the kind of guy that can have his shirt off and be a positive thing.
Yeah, and he's also like, it's 24 hours in like solid, like he's trying to have like a Dan's funeral thing or like, I don't know, like he has this arrogance about him, and I don't like it. But he's not being portrayed as what he thinks he's being portrayed at, and I think that's very funny.
Yeah, Pat, you mentioned Chelsea. Chelsea definitely leads the charge here of gathering the votes against Tucker if he is going to stay up and lose the AI arena. And then we get to, the AI arena, and he just completely fumbles the bag. He's putting the pieces backwards. And Mackenzie just killed it within seconds. So kudos to her, and the votes were there, and he is eliminated 5-3. So we see him leave, and he
I
goes
also
out for
do just I think what Chelsea did, and I want to hear your guys' opinions. She did it perfectly. I feel like the conversation that she had to rally those votes. She was putting the idea in people's heads. She wasn't spearheading, be like, we not like Angela, where she's like, we have to get him out. We have to do this. She was like, what do you think? I think, and then she leads people to the conclusion that she wants, and I think that's so refreshing to see, because we haven't seen a lot of that. And that's why I think Chelsea is probably going to win this game. I think if some things work out in her favor, she's likable enough, but she also has the strategic mindset to be like, I know where the votes need to be. Let me see who I can get, definite, and then let me lead them to the conclusion themselves, so it comes off like they did it. I think that's classic Big Brother. She did it perfectly, executed it perfectly. I mean, granted, it does help that the biggest competition threat was on, the block, but I thought it'd be a sweet vote, but it wasn't. You were right, dude. His alliance did go to bat for him. A few of them didn't, but it was close.
It was close. I wanted to ask you guys about the reactions of some of the people once he was eliminated. I totally understand Rubina being pretty emotional, but Uncle Shane, were you surprised with Cam? Cam was in tears.
Yeah, I was. I was. I mean, he was full on like crying. Like that was. I haven't. Oh God, I'm trying to think. I know. All right, I'm not gonna do that joke. I'll just say it was. Yeah, it was rough. Joseph too. Like that was. There were two very sad men in that house, and I was shocked with that.
Pat, were you surprised with your boy Cam? Yeah.
It was nice to see him win. It was nice to see Cam be a personality.
He did that.
But yeah, shout out my dogs to the crib. I say that every morning. But I guess there are relationships that we don't get a very good edit of. I think Cam and Tucker have had a good relationship. I just don't think we've seen a lot of that, him and Joseph too. To be full out bawling, crying, I don't know about that, but again, I think the relationships are real, and we don't see a lot of it. But you voted your guy out, so I don't know. You had to do it. It's at the end of the day, it's a game, and it's like I think they understand that, but I don't know. The pretty big reactions. It's the same. It's the same thing with like T-Core winning HOH. It's like, guys, relax. Let's.
Yeah. It's emotional in there. It's emotional. But
it is. Yeah, I'm sure.
Tucker's exit, he is talking to Julie, and it seems like, his big thing was he thought he maybe had Mackenzie as that fourth vote. I didn't really ever see that happening for him. But the main thing I wanted to get to was, his payout on the AI, instigator. He gets the full 20K. Do you guys think he deserves all of that 20K? No.
He deserves $20,000 because he made the first half of the season really interesting to watch. He blew the AI instigator. Like that was awful. Like I talked about in the last pod, like what I would have done with that. I would have just been ripping people apart.
Yeah.
Fun. Nothing to do with the game. But he just kind of he just left it. He just sort of let it be. And I think at one point he was like, I hope you guys like what I did. It's like, bitch, nobody liked that. That was awful. Like you ruined it, And the other thing is that he was so great at the game and he made it so entertaining, but he had to go out and talk to Julie in that stupid outfit, like with the helmet on. It's like, that's rough, man.
Yeah. I was watching it with Maya, and she was like, what the worst part about this is? He has to wear that costume on the way out. I was like, I know. That's the worst part of this whole thing is that we're not going to get
You know, it's
Yeah.
a live show. I would have been like, I'll be out in a second. Do a
Yeah,
quick-
yeah. He was in there for like, he got voted out. He was there for like 5 minutes. He was just making out with Rabina for 5 minutes, and then he left. I was like, they're gonna kick him. I was like,
Yeah.
he was in there for a while, but yeah, no, that I don't. I think he should. I completely agree with that. I think he should have gotten $20,000. I think he's gonna win America's favorite player as well. Easy.
Has anybody ever won that didn't make it to the jury?
I don't know. I don't
I don't
think so.
Yeah, I don't
So-
think so.
That's amazing. He is going to win America's favorite player, unless somebody like does something like, you know, Chemo steps up in a big way.
Oh my god, yeah. So that'll be cool to see like him win because he deserved $20,000 just because of the way he's been playing. I thought the AI instigator was so misguided, and it fell so flat. And I think he was trying to have fun with it, but it was like when you're that eccentric and you make the moments, it's tough to be like hide behind it because that's kind of part of the fun is that he would blow things up. He's that guy. And to do it behind the screen, so you have to like protect yourself, but protect the people that you're with now. And I think he was also in an alliance at that point, like a pretty large alliance. So he can't throw shots directly at some people. When he was blowing things up, he was kind of on the outs and he didn't care. And now that he had like a group, I think he had to be a little bit more cautious of that. So that sucks. But the AI instigator, it's like when you tell like somebody's really cool and everybody's like, hey, that's really cool. And then they notice that they're cool. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to play into it. It's like, no, stop. That's not cool anymore. It's not cool that you know it. So that kind of sucks. But I wish there was more. I wish he just would have let everybody pin on Angela. That would have been great. You know, throw her to the fucking wayside. Should have. I mean, hindsight's 2020. You probably should have fucking let her take the brunt of that.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Yeah. But that's the end of Tucker. I mean, what a crazy player. One of the most entertaining players in a while. He got a lot of love from past players on Twitter. So he'll be back. I'm sure he'll be back for another season. We move into the next phase of the game and we get the put the eggs through the wire fence HOH. And the one thing I will say about this is how about Angela waiting for the people to drop for the have-nots? Classic Angela.
That's what I was going to bring up. That would fucking infuriate me. Oh my god. Like you were just on the block. You almost gone. You were 2 votes away from going home. You were 1 vote away because it was a tie. T-Core would have voted you out. You were 1 vote away from getting eliminated. Why are you not? You're worried about have-nots. You don't deserve to be here. That is the most mind-blowing. Like, what do you mean you're fighting to be here? You're not participating in the HOH until 3 people drop. Oh my god. That annoyed me. That really annoyed me.
Dude, the thought of missing out on a charcuterie platter again is just enough to make her risk it all.
That's true though. That's unreal. That is unreal.
I liked when she shouted over to Chelsea and was like, listen, Chelsea, if you drop first, I think I'm going to be really good at this. So just drop and then I'll go.
Yeah, it's like, I think I'm going to be really good. Why? Have you done a lot of egg challenges through a wire fence, you idiot?
Dude, and shout out Chelsea, be like, Angela, shut up. Like, shut up. That's an insane thing to do right now. I'm fighting for my life in this game, you dick. And you don't want to take a cold shower? Shut up. Oh my god.
It comes down to the wire, and Quinn is able to, win this HOH. And I don't know, I have to bring it up, but I don't know if you guys caught it because it was quick, but there was a sighting of Quinn twerking again. Did you guys see this?
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw it.
Still like that?
You know, because sometimes I'm like on my phone during the show. But for some reason I'm always looking at the screen when he decides to drop it like it's hot, and I have to see that. You know, it really bothers me.
You know what? I'd rather see Quinn twerk than Angela twerk. That's my hot take. I don't want to ever see that segment. Stop it, Big Brother. Stop it.
How about Angela when she does it? She's like, "I'm doing it." Oh, it's like
No, no,
even her husband's like, "Oh, fuck."
fucking hell.
He changes the channel.
He's like, The Amazing Race has got to be on. I can't do this.
He's watching The Ascendants on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thursdays at 9. Thursdays at 9. So Quinn is HOH, and I think, guys, he finally has woken up to the Visionaries not being with him. He finally kind of wakes up to that, and he nominates Chemo, Angela, and Rubino. What do you guys think of these initial noms? He's saying that he's going to be targeting Angela. Do you think that that's actually what he wants to do?
He keeps saying that he wants to do that. I don't know, but I love how T-Core is acting as if like she can't believe he's doing this and she's going to put her foot down. It's like you won one competition and you cried afterwards. It's like you're not like this beast that you think you are. Chemo's useless, you know, other than him. The only thing that they did was interesting was that song and dance number from a week or 2 weeks ago. That was the only thing that they've done that's interesting.
You know, I don't know. I think he is waking up to the fact that that's not real. But I don't really get that move. I think because they keep calling him, he keeps like, why risk that? You know, if T-Core and Chemo are going to give you information, and you know, he did flip on them with the Tucker vote, but you know, if you're going to pretend like the Visionaries are thinking, again, we're just putting allies up as pawns when there are people that you could even if Angela's your target, why piss off somebody that you've been relatively close with this entire season? I don't know. And I think Chemo and T-Core, you know, they haven't won a lot of competition. I do think they have a lot of pull in the house. So that might not go over well with Quinn. But again, Quinn has made some terrible decisions this entire game. And I think the best thing he's done so far is vote Tucker out, finally. You know, even though, you know, but he really didn't Chelsea spearheaded that. So it's going to be interesting. I do think Angela is his target. I think if Angela comes off, I could see somebody gunning for T-Core or Chemo. I mean, maybe he flips on them. I don't know, maybe Mackenzie too, because I think there was talks about Mackenzie, but Leah's kind of close to Mackenzie. So, you know, I don't know what Quinn's thinking, but it was, I didn't think it was the right move, but I don't know.
I actually disagree. I think this was the right move. I think if he is trying to target Angela, I do think that actually is the wrong move. I think that he should be going after Chemo because, like we've seen all season, no matter what Quinn says to Chemo, he's going to leak it and, you know, turn on him whenever he can.
Yeah.
So, and I do think that if these noms are the same, if Chemo and Angela are up there come eviction night, I think Chemo will be eliminated. So I think it will help him, but not exactly what he wants.
Also, yeah, I do agree with that. I think because we're getting to the point now where it's tough to vote against Angela as terrible. She's so unlikable. She's useful. And that's a dangerous, dangerous place to be. I mean, kind of worked out great for Angela, but you're so unlikable. It's useful. You know, you can yell about fighting and doing all this stuff. You will not beat a majority of these people. I mean, all the competition she's won has been luck based. And so, you know, it's kind of tough to, I mean, what she threw a puck on a thing. That's not, you know, and I forgot the other HOH, but it was
short.
I don't think I am. I think she is unironically playing a decent game because she outlasts all these people, but it's because she's so unlikable. People know that they can beat her, but that is dangerous. Like that's a dangerous, if you're going to go full Bowie Jang, then she's like a more annoying Bowie Jang. Bowie Jang didn't do anything. She won, a competition or two, but she didn't do anything. She's so unlikable. She's useful, and I think that's I guess that's a strategy. But I do agree that if it's her and Chemo goes because Chemo is a better social player.
Yep. Listen, guys, besides that, I mean, all three of our winner picks are still in and thriving. It looks like this might be jury's the last pre-juror. So it looks like, as long as our winner picks make it through this round, we will have jurors as winner picks.
Do you think, let me ask, do you think if it's, let's say Chemo wins, do you think Rubina or Angela, who goes home?
Oof. I think Angela goes home.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I think so too.
I think so. Yeah, I think Rubina is is also seen as not a threat because she could also play. Well, I've been, I haven't really done anything. She's won 2 HOH. She could play that card, but she's so much more likable than Angela that, she could easily make the case where Angela's just is going to blow up, but it'll be tougher for Chemo because I think people see him more as a threat. But
if Angela goes home, as much as I want her to be in the jury house, because I want to see more of her when they're trying to make their decision, I do like the idea of her not making the jury house so they air the actual goodbye messages, because I would love to see her get lit up by the rest of the cast for just, because, you can't do that if she's in the jury because then you lose a vote. She remembers that. But you can destroy her. You could absolutely destroy her.
Oh my God.
But how fun would it be for Angela to actually get dragged all the way to the end? Final two. Somebody takes her, and then the jurors are questioning Angela. Just her speeches. I mean, her speeches would be terrible. Let's be real.
I mean, her speeches. It's going to be just like a 5-minute, what we've already heard. I've been fighting to be here. God, I love you. This is my dream. It's that for 5 minutes, and then hopefully CBS gives everyone a gun so we can blow our brains out during it. Jesus Christ! If I have to listen to a 5-minute fucking Angela winning speech, that's gonna suck.
You think she'll take the full 5 minutes on that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think she's gonna run the light definitely.
Play the music. Play the music.
Play it. Play her off.
Now then she starts twerking.
Oh my God!
I did it. I twerked.
Yeah. The only other thing, guys. Patrick, you mentioned Chelsea being in a great position. Is there anybody else that you think could rival maybe Chelsea? I know Quinn's a big player in the game, but winner equity, like going all the way to the end and winning. Is there anybody that you guys think can step up and be that person? That's left.
I think Chelsea, I think T-Core and Chemo are in a really good, regardless, I think they're in a pretty interesting situation. Everybody seems to like T-Core a lot. Obviously her HOH didn't go what she planned, but I think she's good enough socially to get there. I still think the same thing with Chemo. I think part of me feels like Mackenzie or Leah could maybe if they can figure something out. I kind of want them to, because they haven't really connected yet, and I feel like they haven't aligned. But Mackenzie winning those 2 comps, I mean, she's now the physical threat, I guess. That's what people have been saying. I don't know about that, but they seem kind of socially could be, I don't know why they don't latch on or something. I don't know. I think maybe them, but I think right now from Chelsea, she's playing it perfectly. I think T-Core and Chemo could maybe make something happen.
Dude, Mackenzie said in the diary room, she was just like, now that Tucker's gone, I'm the comp beast. Clearly, everybody sees that. It's like, no, nobody sees that. Like, you're not like you're not that amazing. Like, I like her. I personally like her, and I'd like to see her go far. I agree with Pat. Why she hasn't like formed something with anybody, especially Leah. Like, you want to connect with Leah because Leah is playing these dudes, like they all want a little piece of Leah. I think even, I could see Kibo even wanting a little piece. Like she's that good, man. Right. So connect with her, you win the comps, become the comp piece that you think you are, and let's see what happens.
If Leah has, literally Quinn saved her this week because she would have gone up. And she friends on the fuck out of Quinn. I don't why he's
But he just wants to come back for support. He's
my
resilient.
God. The fact that the reason why Tucker is gone is because of Quinn. Not fully, but part of it is because he didn't want Leah to go. I mean, the fact that T-Core and Chemo listened to that, that's fucking ridiculous. So I think T-Core did have an alternative motive. But regardless, if Leah can get information, Leah is kind of close with Cam as well. We've seen that before. And then with Quinn, it's like, and then with Tucker's seen it. He's like, all the guys give information to Leah, apparently. So it's like, use that. And if I'm Mackenzie, that's a huge benefit to my game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sneaky Leah is in a good spot to go far and get to the end and win. It matters about who she ends up going to the end with, who she chooses at the end. Guys, we haven't talked much about the stash. Do we still think he has a chance here? No,
He's weak.
I don't.
He's not the villain that you wanted to be.
Villains.
He's not the villain that he wants to be.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Joseph is floating. I think he's just playing a floater game, and we've seen that go far. We've seen people utilize that strategy. So if that's what he's going for, then it's working because no one's talking about him. So I mean, in a way, it is working.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
All right. Alrighty, guys. That is all I have for week 7. And yeah, anything else before we close out?
That's it, man.
Thanks, Duke.